Hello, everyone. What I should do is politely say that I'm delighted to spend this time with you this afternoon. In truth, I'm absolutely gagging to get stuck into what is the new world and obviously to 2023. My name is Les Pick. I'm Director of Manufacturing and Advisor Propositions for More to Life. I know a lot of you out there. I know a lot of you know me too. So what we're going to do is look at what has been tasked to the More to Life sales and marketing team over the course of the last few weeks. Some weeks ago, Dave Harris tasked our teams with delivering an unrivaled package of help and support to financial advisors as they climb the mountain that is obviously Q4 2022 and as we go into 2023. In truth and in practice, a lot of this support is already and was already in place in terms of the investment in people. As a business, we've grown dramatically this year, and many staff in Preston have been employed to deal with the business that's in front of us. In addition to that, of course, we did also produce a field-based sales team to match up with the telephone teams, a few of them here on the screen. So what are we saying? We didn't know this was going to come in Q4. But the fact that it has come and the fact that you guys are going to need a lot of help and support from our business, it's just as well that we are actually here to do that. So the support had already started. We're here to help you as you traverse and work your businesses into 2023. But what does that actually look like? So what we've done with sales and marketing teams working together, we've understood that there is a kit bag of things that you need as you climb that mountain. If you're going to climb a mountain, it's likely that you're going to want a rucksack full of map, compass, first aid, food, waterproof, binoculars, camera, etc., for taking those all-important shots at the top. In reality, what does that mean to you? What are we actually delivering if we go beyond, the theme of the project? Well, first of all, you're going to need help with market strategy, and that is the absolutely the reason why these symposiums have been put together. As a business, it's key that we actually support financial advisors in the market space with some real life tangible support. And it's fantastic that AIR have been able to put these together. We've got various different tools, some of which I'll show you in a second, that will help you to navigate the marketplace. We've got guidelines through our learning lab, and we've got marketing toolkit packed full of bits and pieces that you can use as food and nutrition as you climb that mountain. And of course, we've got the products and tools, 2 of the new tools that are out there. And actually, as you'll see on this screen here, you may have heard it here first, possibly the world's worst kept secret. Apex, our market leading product in terms of loan to values, is also going to have 4-year ERCs launching very soon. I mean, that product in itself, to me is innovation. One of the challenges that we've got is, locking in a period of higher interest rates. What does that mean for your client? How easy is it to talk about that with your client? Well, look, if it's a 4-year ERC product, then, you are giving your customer ERC-free options in that 5th year. You're going to need some help in terms of sight as to where you're going. And for that, we will continue to deliver various different research and reports for you so that you don't have to do it yourselves. We as a big business are here to support you and help you to navigate that. And of course, social media, also important these days. It may not be your bag in terms of whether or not you're an expert in social media, but we are here to help and support. We are talking to financial advisors on a bi-weekly basis now with focus groups to help to support you to see what you need, what kind of tools that you need to help your business. And this is one of those tools. Now, I am not going to sit here and tell you how to suck eggs. I'm also not going to sit here and tell you that you've got a problem in Q1 next year with your pipeline business and with your income. We're acutely aware that you, like me, will have a mortgage to repay in many circumstances. And of course, the markets have turned against you and created issues for you and your business. One of the tools that we're trying to, or have produced, but we'll try and deliver to you guys over the course of the coming days and weeks, is this one. It's the income forecaster tool. Now, this is actually modeled. I actually sat down with a financial advisor and used this and got permission to share these screens. But this is an actual advisor's business. So, of course, there's a drop in income. We're not here to tell you how to suck eggs and to explain the obvious. But the next slide, hopefully, we'll see the point of the tool. So in this particular instance, this financial advisor, on average, roughly, was getting 10 leads per month for him to convert. Since the budget and obviously the higher interest rates, this has halved. However, he's relatively confident that things, having spoken to his introducers, that things will improve a little bit next year. In addition to that, he has also seen a reduction in his average case size, which has gone from roughly 150 down to 100. His average commission that he thinks he's getting roughly across the board is 2.5%, and his broker fee is £500. So this may look like a familiar situation to you. We've looked at his income based on those realities, and this is what we're identifying. So we can see the drop off in Q1. We can see a slight pickup in Q2, but basically, if you were to roughly average this out, this poor financial advisor is seeing a 50% reduction in his income, and I can imagine that many of you can relate to that. So what does he do? What does he have to do to make that not happen? This particular financial advisor explained to me that he was actually able to ride out Q1 with some savings and bits and pieces that he got behind him. So he was going to ride out Q1. He was going to be fine. But what do we need to do to get out and get that income back up? Is it huge? Is it a monumental effort that's required? Or is this something within his control? Does he give up and find some other way of earning a living? Or does he persevere, use the tools and facilities and support that's available to him across the market space? Of course, I'm here to sell more to life to you in a way, but really we're here to educate, to work together, and that's why it's great to see different lenders and come together with Air to be able to do this. In reality, all this financial advisor needs to do to more or less keep his income more or less the same is find an extra 5 referrals from where he thinks he's going to be in Q1, and the reality of if he does nothing. So if nothing changes, the financial advisor doesn't change anything at all, he's going to see roughly 7 leads a month coming in, he hopes, and there will be a massive drop in income. If he can just get that up by 5 referrals per month, be in a position where actually he'll be absolutely fine. Still be going on holiday, still paying his mortgage, still supporting his family. So this tool is going to be available to you financial advisors. I'm not expecting you to necessarily use it as a way of identifying a hole in your income. That's obvious. But what this tool is fantastic for is just saying, okay, if I can tweak my average case size in a way, if I can maybe mess with my charging a fee or not charging a fee, what happens if I charge a slightly bigger fee, all of these inputs are editable. Okay, if I can just get in front of another 5 people, do you know what? I'm going to be okay. So the whole idea of this tool is not to identify the hole, but to identify how to get out of it. And we hope that as just one, this is just one of the tools that we're bringing together. This didn't exist until 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it isn't something we've gone out. This is something internally within More to Life that we've developed, and we hope that this tool will be helpful to you. To please work with the sales teams to help you to model your business out of these tricky climate that we're in. In addition to that, we've got to look at the psychology. So if you're going to be in front of fewer clients, it's really vital that you convert as many of those clients as possible, and of course, as is right to do so. So it's sometimes advising isn't necessarily about, in fact, it's always, advising is not about selling products to clients. It's always about getting the right solutions to the right people in the right way. However, cautiousness, vulnerable clients, people who are just a little bit too scared to take that jump, when even though you sit there as a financial advisor, and many of you know I was a financial advisor for 17 years, I've sat there in front of clients in real world conversations. You know it's the right thing for them to do, but for whatever reason, they're not going to listen to you. They will listen to their friend down the pub. So with that in mind, are customers not progressing because they just don't have the right level of confidence? We have a Shaping Customer Conversation course, which will help you to talk about the behavioral science and the psychological drivers behind customer decision making. So are interest rates high right now? They're higher than they were, but are they high in terms of the reality of longer term? No, they're not. We've all been, those advisors that have been talking to customers across this sector for the last 20 years will have seen rates at this level before. But in addition to that, not only were the rates this high, but the products were nowhere near as good. So We've got that Shaping Customer Conversations course, which again forms another part of what we're looking to achieve. In addition to Shaping the Customer's course, we've also got another set of workshops that we're going to be looking to deliver. All of these aims help you. In addition to the courses that we're going to deliver, we've also got the revised and new repayment and retained equity calculator. So you're going to get in front of fewer clients. It's important to convert them. If you understand the psychology of the buying nature of a customer, a financial services product, you're likely to convert more, to be able to help them to have the confidence to make the next step. And then finally, what about a repayment and retained equity calculator? So when you're talking to them and their understanding of equity release is that they won't be leaving anything for the children, this is an excellent calculator, super flexible, where you can add in all of the details. So the client can tell you their age, they can tell you how much they want to borrow, how much the house is worth, and they can actually explain to you what they think house prices may or may not do in the future in terms of inflation. They can talk to you about the amount that they're able to repay and they want to repay, how long they want to repay it for, or alternatively, conversely, if they're taking a small amount out and want to borrow more money in future, what happens if they take different tranches of money out at different times through the course of the loan. We believe that this calculator, when combined with the psychology piece, will really help you to give your clients the confidence to proceed. In addition to the repayment and retained calculator inputs, obviously you want some outputs. The outputs are really good. You're going to be able to print these off and have these conversations with your customers. So first of all, it's going to show them what they think house prices were going to increase by. You can see that there. And in addition to that, you can see the loan and how the loan may or may not grow. Okay, you're going to know that at outset. And like I say, these graphs are printable for discussions with your clients. But in addition to that, you're going to be able to understand exactly and leave with them for conversations with their family that actually this course of action that they're doing, that right now is going to help them to have a better retirement or alternatively enable them to gift to their children, is not actually going to kill the estate. It's there. It's going to be a supportive tool. The product is going to be a supportive tool to them and their families right now. But in addition, there should still be money left in future. So we believe that this, combined with the psychology piece, will really equip you to be able to go out there, and if you have got fewer clients, at least be able to convert them in a more confident way. So here we are at the end of year 2022, looking at 2023, and we're looking down the barrel. And when you work for a corporate, it's always an interesting scenario coming back after Christmas, because in many respects, when you're self-employed, a year is just a year. But of course, for us who work in corporate world, all of the targets reset. And so at the beginning of every year, we look at this huge, great big mountain in front of us that we have to climb. And of course, for financial advisors, particularly self-employed financial advisors without a target, you just see the continuum of your pipeline and the size of it. For us, it's slightly different. We're used to this mentality. But for you guys, you're going into December. There's an opportunity now for you to plan, to take stock, and to make some decisions, take some actions that will actually affect in real world what you're going to achieve ultimately in terms of income as you go into 2023. So it's important that you take time out to plan. Make an appointment with yourself. Attend the lead generation masterclasses. Do everything that you can through the quieter spell of December 2022 to make sure that your business is set for 2023. Work out where your market is. Go to find your local needs-based centers of influence. Where is it that customers are in your communities that are looking to consider equity release, or more importantly right now, are actually in need? Because there is absolutely no doubt that people in this country are going to suffer this year because they have to make that decision between eating and heating. Do they help their family out, or do they just help themselves out? Real world people, we know, I always say mortgages are very emotional. And the reality of all of this is that we are best placed, or you are best placed, should I say, to be able to go and support those local people in your local communities. Use the tools and the information that's available to you, not just with More to Life, but across the later life lending space. This is actually a plea from me, from us, to make sure that you are out there being busy, earning a living, and supporting as many people as you possibly can. If you continue to do what you've always done, despite this sea change in the working environment, your business plan could fail. It's likely to fail. You might be looking for a different form of income in future. You know, if the market shrinks, that's exactly what may happen unless you personally take action. Don't have a sales manager. Most of these people on this call will be self-employed individuals running a business, and I know that. I've done it. I know how that feels. So use the tools lenders are offering. There are hundreds of you on this call this afternoon. That means, looking at the numbers, there's obviously a need and a want for this information. The clubs, the networks, we're all here to help and support. But you do need to buckle in. In this current climate, is the new normal. Right? We've heard about the new normal since COVID times. There are two words that we thought we got rid of, but this is the new normal. You need to adapt it. If you do not adapt to this, your business models will fail. We're lucky in that there is an awful lot of support out there for you. Ultimately, as we go into the Christmas period and this quieter spell, you've got a few weeks, and I urge you to evaluate your business. I urge you to innovate. Whatever marketing materials, whatever marketing plans you have, whatever strategies you have in place, I urge you to innovate. You must communicate with your local communities. You must get out there. You must shake hands with people. I'm not going to name and shame on this call, but I could. There are lots of advisors out there. Many of you know them. They're very active on the social media. They shake hands with people, and that's why they're successful. This is no time to be a shrinking violet. If you do these things, if you use this time through December, you will circumnavigate the changes in this market and you will prevail. You will run a successful business throughout 2023 and continue to earn a wonderful living out of this wonderful sector that we work in. So I hope from me, you'll have a fabulous Christmas when we get there. My ask of you and my suggestion to you is that you spend the next week or two evaluating, innovating, communicating in your local communities. Have a great Christmas, everyone.